What is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. SMITE 2 has now been live for 3 days. And guys, I've been slamming this game. It is so much fun. So today, I have to bring you guys a tier list because that's what we do. That's what we do. We love ranking things. And somebody added a SMITE 2 tier maker layout, so I don't even have to do that much. I just have to load in, talk about the gods, what's good, what's bad, who's OP, who's not OP. We're gonna be running through ranking all the gods. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed also. You right there, subscribe now. Do it. I'm Inbound. I am a support main. I've been a pro, I've been a caster, I've been everything in between. Currently, I am number 19 in the world at 4070 SR. Obsidian 2. I'll be DD in no time. Don't worry about it. That's my credentials to show why I know what I'm talking about. Starting with Onher. I think Onher's good. I don't think he's great. He has some things that make him feel really weird, and he is not the best hunter. He's not even top 2. I have to put him in average because he's not bad, but he's just not great. Anubis, the lifesteal build I thought would work out a lot weirder, but I think he's actually better right now than he was in the end of SMITE 1. That burst beginning of his ultimate makes it so like that's what you want to focus on first. Hit that burst and then track after. But it just makes it so if you do hit the ult, or sorry, if you do hit the wrap 3 ult combo, it is burst on top of being like shred also. I think Anubis is very, very good. Ares, I don't think Ares is that great actually. He's not bad by any means. I just think most supports are better than Ares, so it's gonna make him feel worse. He's not bad, no, but he's definitely just not great. Athena, I think Athena's mid-tier. She's fine, nothing wrong with her. Global, she's got the taunt, her build is fine right now. Having beads be something you can kind of play around also feels good. I also think she feels better with the shield than the mitigation because you kind of know how much like you have to get through. Like if the enemy or if your teammate is like 30 health and then you drop this 400 500 shield, that's gonna feel a lot better than 30% mitigation on that 40 or 30 HP. So I think it was a nice little buff for her. I do think she's also worse than she was at the end of the SMITE 1 because they nerfed a lot of her like base abilities, the movement speed from the ult, stuff like that. So she's still fine, just not in that top tier area. Bacchus is OP. This god is unkillable, does a billion damage. This is God, King, Emperor, OP everything. There's other gods on the list that are OP, and I'm gonna have them in S tier. But like you can kill them. Well, unless they have a bug, which I'll talk about later. But Bacchus is just OP, does damage, doesn't die, has pressure in lane, scales late game. OP, he's so good. Bellona, I think Bellona's pretty average. Actually, she's above average. I'm curious to see where her build develops. I think Death's Embrace is good. Her build overall is pretty good. She's got pressure in lane. Her passive is something that's changed a little bit, but it's cool. Now she gets like protections with her.
We're ego fog preventer.
Okay. Anyway, when she uses her 1 now, she gets protections with the auto attacks. Her 2 gives her strength when she's auto attacking with that, or 3 attack speed. It's cool. It's so much cooler than just, oh, movement speed and attack speed, and that's all. I'm a fan of Bellona. Cern. I think Cern is in like the same tier as on her. Is he a top 2 ADC carry? No. Is he still very good? Yes. I think his melee autos are cool. His 1 stance like auto change actually feels good in SMITE 2 comparatively to SMITE 1. He's fine. Chalk, I think Chalk is same tier as Bellona. Very hard to lose lane with him. I think he actually feels better in this game. Being able to go into the air in the ultimate and then blink in the middle of it feels phenomenal. And then the item actives make it feel so like he isn't just like an ult bot late game or like just a bot late game, a tank damage soaker. He feels very impactful. Fenrir, I like Fenrir. I think Fenrir is slightly above average. I'm realizing that I have a lot of gods in like the higher tier, so I'm gonna have to kind of even it out because for the most part, I do think all these gods are in like the higher tier. I'm gonna try to make it so B is average. Maybe I have to move stuff around, but for now, Fenrir's good. A lot of damage. His ult is instant, which is something that took me a while to get used to, but it feels really good. I'm overall a fan of Fenrir. Hades, I'm gonna put Hades in B tier. I think he's average. There is strength to Hades. Being able to dash in the ultimate feels very good, but the like healing that he doesn't have Bancrofts. No like warlocks for survivability. I'm iffy about his build. I'm just meh about him. Hecate. I'm gonna put Hecate in B tier for now. I think she is good at some points, but her early game is so weak. Her ult is cool, a lot of outplay potential. Her 3 is cool. It's only against magical gods though. So that she does have like these strengths and weaknesses. I just think she's just at best good, and at worst she's meh. And at worst she's actually bad. Like if you're playing against like 5 physicals, she's pretty useless, to be fair, because her third ability is just damage, which is not why you're picking her. Jingwei, OP. This character's busted. Like, guys, this character is busted. Every change that they made to her just made her better. The one knock-up being more forgiving and instantly doing damage even if you're walking over it after, OP. Her passive, OP. Her 2 having 9 charges, OP. Her 3 being able to like directionally change was weird, but OP. Her ult being 2 now if she wants it, OP. Like, guys, come on. OP. Kukulkan. I've got to do it. I've got to put Kukulkan in above average tier. Book's back, which means Kukulkan's back. He does a lot of damage. He's not super safe, but he does a whole lot of damage. I think items for him are very good. So overall, I'm a fan of Kukulkan. Loki. There's some secret tech with Loki right now that is busted. And it is on hit ability Loki, or not on hit. It would be ability. What's it called? Oh, item proc. That's what it's called. Item proc Loki. Like Bluestone, Reaver, Heartseeker, Crusher. You're doing like 1,000 damage with 1 proc year 2. It's disgusting. It's OP. Is it very good early game? No, but very rarely do you actually lose games that hard that you don't get to that point. Loki's S tier. Mordred, maybe a hot take. I don't think Mordred is as OP as people think he is. I think he's solid. I think he's very strong early and mid game, but he falls off so hard late game. Trying to team fight as Mordred late game is impossible. Is he good 1v1s late game? Yeah, I mean, he's definitely good. But is he easy to maneuver in fights? Not at all. It's so hard to play him in team fights. And now that I'm looking at a lot of these gods, I might be moving a lot of these gods down an entire tier. Because I think Neith's fine. Like, my issue with Neith is that she doesn't really do that much outside of just having like an ultimate that's a global. Like her 1, 2, 3 is fine, but it's nothing that makes you want to pick her over other like mid laners or other hunters. B tier for her. Odin is clearly the worst god in the game. Very unimpactful, weak laner, not great late game, not tanky enough. Very few positive things to say about Odin. The one positive is he has a stun that he can kind of walk around corners with and then just stun somebody that he sees, but that's not that unique. Soul, I think Soul is A tier. Her pressure early game is insane, and then she just scales into a crit hunter late game, which is not something you'd ever want to hear. She is crazy good, crazy safe, and she does a whole lot of damage. And now that I'm seeing this, I'm going to move most of these things down. I have realized that I've kind of miscalculated a lot of my strengths. I think I'm going to keep Mordred and Hecate in A tier. I'll move Anubis down. I'll move Bellona down. I've also got to move Chalk down. Susano is A tier. He is so good with this current passive. He has like potential for S tier. Same with Soul. But I just can't put him in S tier with how good Bacchus, Jing, and Loki are. Susano's very safe, does a lot of damage, has utility. Yes, his CC is a little bit weaker, but his damage and like non-CC utility is so good. Thanatos, B tier. Making Aegis be something that you have or beads makes it so he kind of has like unique team fighting potential where he can just be an execute bot, like tank execute bot, or he can be like a full damage 1v5 penta machine. And I think he's good with both of them. I just can't argue him being in the same tier as these gods because they're just so much better. The Morrigan, put her in A tier. Her laning pressure in mid is crazy good. And then her damage is also very good. The ability to transform into just like an OP gods, like having 2 Susanos or 2 Lokis or 2 Souls. That's the strength of her, or 2 Bacchuses. Like imagine 2 Bacchuses with how OP he is right now, sprinting at you. It's not fair. Ymir is going to be A tier. If Bacchus wasn't in the game at his current state, Ymir would be the best support in the game. Unfortunately, Bacchus is in the game in his current state, so he does more damage than Ymir. He's got just as much CC. Is Ymir still very good? Does he abuse a lot of the actives? Is Blink Ymir, Sunder Ymir OP? Yes, but I can't argue him in S tier when Bacchus is just so OP. And then lastly, Zeus, B tier. I think he's fine, does good damage. I think he's just pretty easy to die, pretty easy to kill. So I can't argue him being any higher. But he is definitely good. He does good damage. But yeah, that is my tier list. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anything that I'm underrating or overrating? Any of you guys think Odin is one of the best gods in the game? Let me know. I'm curious. Or any of you guys think any of these gods are one of the worst gods in the game? Let me know down below. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have followed our studio. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.